I'm back in the dorm room. The 2023 Alabama football team made a fantastic comeback. Many people thought it was over for Alabama. The dynasty was no more. But they made an unbelievable comeback and made the college football playoffs. Lots of people credit Jalen Milroe and that offense for catching ground, but the defense's consistency isn't talked about enough. Edge rusher Dallas Turner deserves a lot of credit for how successful the defense was. With his elite pass rushing and athleticism, he was extremely disruptive in nearly every collegiate game he played. So I sought out to determine just how good Dallas Turner is. I'm Chase Keller, and welcome to Dallas Turner, a detailed scouting report. Enjoy. Before I dive into the film, let's go over the resume of Turner going into the draft. He was a consensus 5-star recruit out of Florida, where according to 247 Composite, he was the 9th best player and the best edge in the class of 2021. He played for the elite St. Thomas Aquinas, who up to this point has birthed 47 NFL players and 40 in the 21st century. He committed to Bama before his high school senior season started, and he made an impact immediately. 30 tackles, 25 pressures, 13 hurries, and 8.5 sacks, which was third on the team. He followed up that season with a decrease all the way to 4 sacks, but better overall efficiency. Besides, the whole team went down 19 sacks from 2021 to 2022. His junior season brought heavy expectations because of his first-round projection, and he did not disappoint. 53 tackles, 55 pressures, 33 hurries, and a team-leading 10 sacks. His pass rush efficiency was among some of the best in the country. He comedically said, "I'm gone. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it," after his Rose Bowl loss, and then he officially declared later on. So with his first round tag, is he actually a first round talent? Let's get into the film. To begin with Turner's positives, he may be the most athletic player in this edge rusher class. I have 6 positives for Turner in my scouting report, and 3 of them relate to athleticism. He's got the speed, the elusiveness, the explosiveness, all of that is fantastic. Now, how does it translate to efficiency and skill set? Well, it starts with his first step and how consistent he is at setting the edge. His explosiveness is top notch, and he's able to use long, fast, and deceptive strides to get the edge quickly. For example, he lines up wide and takes his speed towards the tackle. He cuts out with 1 step and doesn't lose any speed, and on this Hail Mary attempt, he forced Joe Milton out of the pocket quickly. For comparison, Will Anderson Jr. was unable to get close to Milton before Turner forced him out. Now, there is only one minor concern I have with this, as he does set the edge wide sometimes and leaves a wide open hole for the quarterback to run, since Alabama's scheme normally avoids spreading the defensive line. But this is totally minor. Along with this, his athleticism is viable enough where he can drop back into zone coverage and sometimes even man coverage. Not a lot of defensive schemes allow for that in the NFL, so translatability isn't too promising, but he showed decent efficiency in coverage while at Alabama. On this play, Turner fakes off the edge and picks up Ole Miss running back Ulysses Bentley IV in man coverage. With his premier explosiveness and speed, he keeps up with Bentley and smothers him. By the way, Bentley runs a 40 time under 4.5 and is known for his explosiveness and deep speed. The final point about his athleticism deserves its own named section. Using his explosiveness, speed, and his first step, he generates a bunch of power. His speed to power transition is phenomenal, and in some cases he knocks a tackle off balance, allowing for him to get around with ease. On this play, he exploded off the line and used his body to knock an LSU lineman off his footing. While it was not a pancake, he ripped him so far sideways that the lineman ended up on the opposite end of the line. 2 Bama players, including Turner, added pressure. The speed to power transitions and overall athleticism add so much upside to Turner's game. First off, teams are going to be able to move him close or wide. When lined up close, He can generate speed off the edge and use it to cut and blast an offensive tackle. When lined up wide, he can use his speed in the same way and mirror the action previously stated, but also take the edge easier than before. Specifically for speed to power, he can generate great play strength even if he may be slightly undersized. For general athleticism, he's so shifty and fluent off the edge that he can be utilized in so many different ways once he joins the NFL. Adding on to his speed to power transition, I really enjoyed his general play strength in both the pass and the run. As I said before, Turner is slightly undersized at 6'4", 242 pounds. Despite that, he does not have under average play strength, and he's able to utilize his power on both sides of the ball. With the pass game, he's got a decent bull rush that alludes to his above average play strength that he holds. Against Ole Miss here, he gets hit very quickly after pinching inside. He then proceeds to bull rush his blocker towards the middle of the pocket, and once it was enough, he jumped off and tried to disrupt the pass. If Jackson Dart holds this ball for a half second longer, this ball is either deflected or he's taking a sack from Turner. Nothing else. The play strength isn't only present on bull rushes though. He's able to set the edge physically, like in this SEC championship game where he went through a dogfight with the left tackle, got knocked down, and still set the edge going under. This combination of play strength and athleticism is extremely appealing for the NFL. But just overall, this play strength is very above average. His bull rushes are efficient, he can impact the pass by pushing his blocker back towards the quarterback, and his leg drive is among some of the best I've seen in an edge prospect of his size. I love it. To end the positive section here, I want to give a huge shout out to how versatile Turner is. In Alabama's scheme, they like to switch around their linemen from outside to inside and drop them back into coverage. Anderson Jr. was a huge piece for this in 2021 and 2022, and in 22 and 23, Turner acted the same with some great efficiency. It begins with his alignment versatility, as he is able to make plays lining up both at edge and at defensive tackle. When you take his skill set including athleticism and power transitions, he's more fitting for the edge, which obviously makes sense. But when you take a look at the film, he's also very impactful when attacking from the inside. Alongside that, he is also nice at coming from the edge and moving inside. I do think this can get a little inconsistent with his patience, as sometimes he's able to perfectly time the gap in the O-line, while other times he's late to the quarterback because he waited. Alignment versatility isn't all he has to offer though. Positional versatility is also present all around. In 2022, he played 61 snaps in the box and 17 at slot corner. 38 of those 67 box snaps came from a single game. In 2023, the box snaps decreased all the way to 12, but he still played 17 snaps at slot corner. He's able to use this to his advantage. As I said earlier, he has some nice coverage abilities, and he's even a nice spy when needed to be out of the box. Well, those were the 4 biggest positives that I noted in Turner's game. Now, how about the negatives? The first negative here is the biggest reason why I'm a little torn on Turner as an edge prospect. While he is a flashy and productive pass rusher, I think he might just be a pure pass rusher. His run defense in general is very lackluster, and he struggles to find efficiency when defending the run. It begins with his inability to consistently deconstruct blocks when hit early. Obviously, blocking for the pass is different than blocking for the run, and when Turner gets hit first, he struggles to deconstruct the blocks using his finesse moves. Back to Ole Miss. He couldn't plug the run here while he was surveying the run. He was playing the outside and containing the run, but it literally looks like he didn't even try after Judkins committed to the inside. A lot of this has to do with hand placement, which is just okay in general. He has a wide range of finesse moves that one can easily point out on tape, but it's the fact that he can't consistently use them due to his hand usage. On some plays, it's even late, where he uses his hands fine, but he just couldn't time it well. By the time he makes his move, the running back is gone, or the quarterback found his target. Along with all of this, his awareness can be pretty mediocre in the run game. I noted his overall awareness is a neutral point, but it was significantly worse than that when he was a run defender. Take this play for example, where he could have had a tackle for loss if he didn't drive his blocker nearly to the ground. Fantastic play strength on this play, but with better awareness he could have gotten a TFL instead of allowing a 5-yard gain. So there are plenty of things that combine here, but his run defense is just not up to par. As a result, I see him as just a pure pass rusher in this class. And just to add a quick negative, I gotta talk about his tackling. He's already missed a concerning 11.1% of tackles in 2022, but he upped it to 22.2% in 2023. It's just generally an inconsistency in him. Some plays it's him being unable to make a tackle in the open field, some plays it's him being late to get to the run, some plays he's missing sacks. It's just inconsistent, but it also can be costly. On this play against Texas in 2023, he missed the tackle against Jonathan Brooks and it resulted in a touchdown. This touchdown put the Longhorns up 2 scores early in the fourth quarter, and they ended up defeating the number 3 Crimson Tide in this game. But honestly, that's all I can complain about for Turner. I broke it into 2 broad categories, but from the block deconstruction to the hand placement to the tackling, it's still a bit concerning. Now that the film is over, it's time to give Dallas Turner his official grade. I was torn on what I gave him, but before I announce it, here is his final scouting report. His positives are: very fast and explosive off the edge, can set the edge well. Fantastic explosiveness to power transition. Above average play strength when bull rushing. Great at closing the pocket quickly. Alignment versatility is present and can step back into zone coverage efficiently. And his negatives are: hand placement is bad, especially in the run game. All around tackling needs improvement. Outmuscled by tight ends on some run plays, and too patient on some pass rush reps. I say I'm torn on his grade because I know what he can do, but 4 of the 6 games that I watched did not give me the idea that he's worth a first round grade. In the end, the 2 games that I loved took over. Turner's final grade is an A, which translates to a first round talent. I gave in, and he receives the 11th first round grade I've given out so far. Do you believe Dallas Turner is worth the first round grade? Do you think he's the number 1 edge rusher in this class? Let me know in the comments section below. Wait, are you not subscribed yet? Well, do it now. I release content like this all the time and would really appreciate your support. I'm Chase Keller from Chase Keller Journalism, and I will see you all next time.